everyone. My name is Viktória Barna, and the title of my thesis is Physical Training, How to Achieve the Optimal Level. I am an agricultural engineer and a dietitian working at Semmelweis University Center for Translational Medicine. My vision is exploring the benefits of physical activity in everyday life, and my mission is to provide clear evidence which activities are beneficial and which are harmful. My supervisors are Peter Ferdinand and Nora Sido. My scientific methodology supervisor is Marie-Anne Eng. To achieve our aims, we have two specific goals. The first one is investigating the effect of regular training on changes of bone biomarkers in healthy population, and the other topic is investigating the effect of regular training on micronutrient levels in healthy population. Both of them are systematic review and meta-analysis, and we started the project in 2023 in September. The title of the first topic is Investigating the Effect of Regular Training on Musculoskeletal and Bone Biomarkers in Healthy Population. Why is this research important? 1.4 billion adults worldwide do not meet the recommended level of physical activity. Therefore, globally, almost 500 million new cases of preventable, non-communicable disease will occur in the next couple of decades. We know that the recommended level of physical activity strengthens our muscles and bones, and every adult should accumulate 30 minutes or more physical activity on a daily basis. We already know that increasing the physical activity is seen as an optimal way to improve musculoskeletal health, but the relationship between the bone biomarkers and the bone turnover due to regular exercise are still not known. It is still difficult to predict what mode and volume of exercises are optimal for bone health. So therefore, our aim is to study how musculoskeletal biomarkers are affected by regular training in healthy adults. Our clinical question is, what is the effect of regular training on bone and muscle-related biomarker parameters in healthy adults? To answer this question, we formulated the presented PICO framework, and our hypothesis is regular training affects musculoskeletal biomarkers. The clinical implication of the study is to identify the musculoskeletal biomarkers due to training, define normal values of biomarkers, and find potential biomarkers of overtraining and sarcopenia. We made our systematic search on November 22 with this presented search key in 3 medical databases. These are our key articles which are corresponding with our PICO framework. We included articles that are investigating the same population and the same intervention, and we also focused a comparable group of biomarkers of bone formation and bone resorption, and we also identified 4 main types of biomarkers. Although our key articles corresponding with our PICO framework, they have their own strengths and weaknesses. Please let me show you the flow chart of the selection process and the progress of our first project. After the title and abstract selection, we found 54 eligible articles for full text selection. The title of the second topic is Investigating the Effect of Regular Training on Micronutrient Levels in Healthy Population. Why is this research so important? Micronutrient deficiency is a hidden hunger, more than 2 billion people affected worldwide. There are a special group of micronutrients are classified as generalized global micronutrient deficiencies. In addition, inadequate micronutrient intake has been linked to exercise, and this may result in exercise-induced micronutrient deficiencies. However, the impact of physical activity on micronutrient status is still unclear. Our clinical question is, what is the effect of regular training on micronutrient levels in healthy adults? To answer this question, we formulated the presented PICO framework, and our hypothesis is training has effect on micronutrient level. The clinical implication of the study is identify the baseline level of micronutrients, identify the risk of depletion, and the need for appropriate supplementation. Here you can see our preliminary search key and the number of hits on PubMed. So in summary, we have to achieve our aims, we have two main projects. The first is investigating the effect of regular training on bone-related biomarkers in healthy population, and the second is investigating the effect of regular training on micronutrient levels. And finally, I would like to thank you for your attention. With the words of Ashley Montagu, the idea is to die young as late as possible. Thank you for your attention.
Congratulations on your perfect presentation. I would like to ask that you presented in the background that physical training can decrease some micronutrients. Does that mean that physical training can have a negative effect on bone turnover, for example?
Yes, thank you for your question. This is a very good question. I think yes, physical training can have a negative effect on bone turnover, but this is a very complex question, and the answer is also very complex because basically the healthy population is affected by micronutrient deficiencies, and regular exercise can develop this further. So therefore, if there is inadequate micronutrient state or level, it can affect the bone metabolism as well. So in this way, yes, exercise can have a negative effect on bone turnover.
Thank you for your presentation. My question is also concerning the background. You've mentioned that the WHO has recommendations for training, physical health, etc. Does this apply to the healthy population, or do they have any recommendations for people with a certain condition, for a certain disease? Thank you.
Thank you for your question. Actually, this recommendation for healthy people for prevention. So everybody should conduct this amount of exercise daily basis to prevent disease. But besides that, there are, of course, disease-specific guidelines like osteoporosis or sarcopenia treatment for a certain amount of exercise.
Great presentation. Thank you for your topic. I just have a brief question about the micronutrient level. So these are quite high, quite difficult to measure, and different laboratories have different cutoff levels. How do you want to universalize the findings, and if there is no reference range, how would you choose that the deficiency level will be? Thank you for your answer.
Thank you this is a very good question. Thank you very much. Regarding to the second project, we are formulated the preliminary search key, and we did not find the key articles yet. So I don't really know what measurement will they use. So maybe the answer to your question will be clarified in the next stage of this research.
I mean, you have two studies that people in training and not training. Now, if we compare you and me, I mean, I feel that I do some level of training.
Both of them are training.
No. I do some level of training, but that's quite different from your training. So what is the cutoff? Because the level of training probably matters. I mean, that how much? I mean, multiple days per week. I mean, lots of training or just very lightish, just walking or something like that?
No. The minimum duration of the exercise is, or regular training is minimum 2 weeks. And in the key articles, we found comparable amount of exercise, comparable intervention. So this is more than, the cutoff is more than 2 weeks and 3 times a week.
The other question is about the micronutrients, because also there is, I mean, I assume that there are quite a bit of heterogeneity on this. Because for example, Ethiopian sportmen, probably they are underfed and at the same time doing exercise. So then the micronutrient level could come from, I mean, the drop of the micronutrients could come to actually underfeeding. I mean, maybe under a certain body mass level. And then as you see athletic games, I mean, that this is what you see, I mean, just very thin guys that they may have advantage in many ways, but they may have actually unhealthy kind of inputs in other way.
Actually, none of our study investigate athletes, elite athletes or professional athletes. We are only focusing on healthy adults with or without regular training. So, because it is not comparable, an elite athlete and a healthy adult is not comparable.
Still the question goes on because the micronutrient level decreases many times when people are underfed, I mean, not fed well.
Yes,
And
but well-fed people are also affected by micronutrient deficiencies in Europe and UK and US.